going on, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Tuesday team for now. Here today to break down the MLB / a college football game today. JD from Line Movers is here with me as he always is. How are you today, JD?
What's going on, guys? Man, I'm doing good. Well, I'm actually doing as good as I can be because we're going to get into it in just a second. But yesterday sucked.
I hear
but,
that.
But actually, besides that, everything is going well, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Still at the beach, enjoying life. Had a nice day yesterday. We had a profitable day as well, so it was a good day for me. Stetsy Boy is putting it in the chat here. The AlphaDog Blue Jays and the AlphaDog Yankees come through. That is absolutely correct. We'll get into that when we do the breakdown here. Moody is here. Dinger Tuesday. Let's go, Mason. Let's see if we can find some homers for the boys. Gerald, we missed you yesterday. We were calling for you in the best bets. We literally said, where's Gerald today? Welcome back. Yes, JD just said, not a great day for him, but a bounce back day. JD's been on fire. So he was able to afford himself a not-so-great day. He's been absolutely killing it, and we had a profitable day, like I said, myself. JD. All that being said, we want to get to some games today. Today's a great slate. You want to go through our recap, and then we'll get right into the games?
For sure.
Let's get it, bro. Today's going to be our Tuesday. No, our Monday. You put it at the top for me. I still can't fucking find it. Monday recap, JD, on a Tuesday. I'll jump in here. Gerald already put it in there. I went 2-1 on my best bets for the day. VIP profited another day as well. So a good day for the Alpha Dog team. JD, I'm sorry. Got to kick it over to you. I know you alluded to how you did. But like I said, you've been on fire. You were able. It's okay that you had one bad day. How'd you do?
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where, it's been so hot for so long that you kind of felt like you're due for some bad days.
Yeah, I hate that feeling, man. When you're running so hot and you just can't go at that pace, right? Everyone knows it's impossible. So I totally get it, bro.
Well, actually, yesterday was definitely one of those days. Regression definitely hit hard. As far as the Padres, they actually ended up being my largest play. That Padres team total over. And then in the VIP chat, I actually also added the Padres first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 125. That's what I was saying.
Nice.
That the value there to me was crazy, but I had already had so many plays and it was a losing day at that point in the night, and I just didn't want to add on another play.
Totally get that.
So I actually did a little just a VIP chat play. So that helped us out some. But yeah, man, yesterday I bet a lot of tennis underdogs. And those dogs did not bark.
First cut. The Open's been a bit crazy so far. Let me tell you something, JD. You know the Open's here in New York. I usually go every single year. I'm on the couch yesterday. I'm on vacation. I'm a little, don't know really what time of the year it is. I know it's August, but I turned on the TV and see the U.S. Open. My jaw dropped. I went, holy shit. We're already at the U.S. Open? But any plays today in the U.S. Open you're eyeing? I saw a couple posts on your account earlier today before we dive into the MLB. Anything you want to talk about in tennis?
Let me see.
We can also wait till best bets too if you prefer to do that. But we do have some best. I was going to say best bets to announce and best bets. No, we have some announcements to announce after best bets. So
let's just wait because anything I have would actually be later on afterwards. So
there we go. All right. Well, then we'll get into tennis when we get into best bets. JD. As everyone knows, we're covering a college football game today. We're also going to be covering the MLB slate. So you're ready to dive into a little MLB action.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, bro. First game of the day is going to be your Atlanta Braves going back to Miami, taking on the Marlins. Pitching for the Atlanta Braves is Hurston Waldrop. You may not have heard of Hurston Waldrop, guys, but guess what? He's 4-0 with a 0.73 ERA and a 0.77 whip. He's been fantastic. That being said, he's only pitched in 24.2 innings, so a very limited sample size. On the other side, the prize pitcher of the Marlins, who's turned out to maybe not be a prize pitcher of the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara. Alcantara is 7-11 with a 6.04 ERA and a 1.38 whip. All that being said, JD, and by the way, guys, please bear with me today. I'm trying to navigate the new updates with ESPN and find all the information I normally give you guys. So if I pause for a second, I'm trying to locate where they moved everything on me. So just bear with me. JD, back over to you. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. This guy for the Braves. As far as Hurston goes, gosh, he has been fun to watch. the Braves, it's everything has just been bad. So it's been nice to have something here.
Right.
Actually, feel good about here. Um, just to start off with, I mean, as far as his numbers, like you were talking about, they are absolutely crazy.
Lights out.
Through actually 4 starts this season, he is 4-0, has a .73 ERA and a .77 WHIP. Those numbers, can they stay like that? No, actually, of course not. Those numbers are just crazy.
Yep.
He would be the best pitcher ever.
Ever.
Yeah. So no, are those numbers going to stay like that? No. Biggest thing for me is, especially from his actual minor league starts going to his major league starts, are his walks.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting because in the minors he struggled with walks, and now that he got moved up to the show, he's not having those walks.
Yeah.
So I find that to be very interesting, and I also think that that's why he's also pitching very well. It's cool to see a young guy come up and he's pitching so well, and he just has to be feeling good. And actually, that's only going to help him.
Yep.
Here, then on the other side, like you were mentioning, we have Sandy. Sandy has honestly gotten a little bit better.
Couldn't have gotten much worse.
Right. As far as his numbers on the year, they still look horrible. But his past couple starts, I was against the Cardinals and against the Red Sox. He has actually looked pretty good.
Yep.
But 3 starts ago, he faced this same Braves team. He went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, and actually 5 earned runs. As far as this Braves, as far as the lineup, this lineup, their actually numbers against Sandy are great. They are so good. Do I think Sandy gives up that many runs again? Probably not. I mean, there's always that chance with him. But no, I am not expecting him to give up that many runs again.
I'm interested where you go here because I'm on the same wavelength as you. I'm interested where you go with this one.
So my thing is, I really think in the first 5, because as far as bullpens, I don't trust. As far as the Braves pen, they're just somebody that I just don't trust now.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is play the Braves on the first 5 here, because I think as far as the starter, they have the edge there, and then as far as the lineup, I think they have the edge here in this certain game, because as far as this matchup, like I said, they just hit Sandy so well. I'm not going as big as I want to on this play because as far as Hurston, he is still new. This is only going to be his 5th start.
Yep.
And just like we said, the numbers are not going to stay anywhere near this good. So he is going to have that start where he doesn't do as well. And we just don't really know when that's going to be. So this is definitely an actual client play for me. But like I said, I'm not going crazy on it.
So this is going to be this is absolutely going to be a client play for me as well. I'm going to be taking the under, guys. I think this one is an absolute under screamer. You put it perfectly, JD, in terms of Sandy Alcantara. He's finally turning into himself again. Last 2 games, he's only given up 1 run per game. What does that tell you about Sandy, JD, for his long-term kind of future here? I'll tell you what it tells me. Guy struggles with the pressure. Gosh, now we're after the trade deadline when he needed to pitch his way to a new team, could have gotten out of that terrible situation in Miami. Let's be honest. Who wants to play for the Marlins? You're going to be a losing team. That's just who they are right now. It's unfortunately this situation. He had an opportunity to get himself to a real contender, to a team that was pushing to make a deep run in the postseason, and he shit the bed all year. It's not like he had 1 or 2 bad starts. He has an over 6 ERA on the year, and that's including his last 2 starts giving up only 1 run. For the bulk of the season, he was sitting over 7 on an ERA. I don't need to explain to you how bad that is. But the pressure's off. I think he's going to have a bigger performance here. We've seen him pitch very well since the trade deadline. And in this spot against a Braves lineup that really isn't playing for much, let's be honest here, I do expect a very low-scoring game. This will be a client play for me. I'm on the under 8, and I absolutely love this play. JD, Let's keep it moving because the chat is firing games today. Next game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the Washington Nationals taking on my New York Yankees. Pitching matchup. Mackenzie Gore on the bump for the Nats. JD, this guy was great early in the year. The guy's still a very good prospect. I do think he's going to have a very nice career. However, he's gotten worse as the season has gotten on. His arm is getting a little tired. He is not playing or pitching as well as he did in the early part of the season. Pitching for the Yanks, reigning AL Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil. Gil is 1-1, 4.26 ERA. Luis Gil had a bad start in his last game against the Red Sox. Not exactly a bad start, but not a good start. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 run. The Yankees did lose 6-3 in that game. Game before that, gave up 1 run. Game before that, gave up 2 runs. And then in his season debut, he gave up 5. So I know his ERA looks a little shoddy, but it's because of his first start of the year against the Marlins, where he gave up 5 earned runs. Since then, in his 3 starts, he's given up a combined 4 earned runs in those 3 starts. So he has looked significantly better. JD, let's pull up the stats for Mackenzie Gore, because I do think they're pretty relevant for this game.
For sure.
On the road this year, he's 3-6, 3.59 ERA. He's a better road pitcher than home pitcher, so good news for him. In his last start, he was only able to get to the 5th inning, gave up 3 runs, 4 walks, only had 5 strikeouts, and gave up 2 homers. Game before that wasn't terrible. He did go 6 innings, only gave up 2 runs, so that was a good start. And then the game before that was also a good start against the San Francisco Giants. He didn't give up any runs, but the Giants were in a pretty bad struggle there, or in a pretty bad stretch of play when they played that game. Before that, he gave up 12 hits and 8 earned. The game before that, he gave up 8 hits and 6 earned. So over his last 5 starts, he has given up a total of 20 runs. So that's an average of 4 per game. Not terrible, but not to the numbers you expect of a guy like Mackenzie Gore, who has the potential to be an ace of a team. I said a lot there, JD. I introed this one for a long one because it is the New York Yankees, and that's what I do. Yanks are coming in as a minus 185 favorite at home. Parlay piece, total you're looking at, or are you looking at the dog? What do you got?
All right, just quick question here. Just with you knowing me and actually what I like to do, what do you guess my play here is?
How do you feel about Luis Gil?
My play has nothing to actually do with him. So that's
okay. So then it's the Yankees first 5 team total over, or Yankees team total over for the whole game.
It is the Yankees team total over.
I knew it was not. And if you were to tell me that you were not very high on Luis Gil, I would have taken a first five over, not the team total, but the over for the first 5. That's where I think you would have gone.
Yeah. For this certain spot here, I just don't want to worry actually about him. For me, this is about Gore, and this is about the bullpen. As everybody knows, this has been something I've been doing for weeks now. But we came on here, it was about 2 weeks ago, it may have been 3 weeks ago, but actually, we actually talked about Gore. And I said the same thing happened last season. There's that certain part in the season where his numbers start to drastically dip. So, it's something to where his, arm is just getting tired, or actually something. And
yeah.
It's
the innings. He hasn't pitched this many
Yes.
innings in his career. He already
Right.
has a very high total on the year. Let me pull up his total amount of innings pitched. He's at 143. That's a very high total of innings. He's been a horse for them this year. They've pitched him a lot.
Right. And this has happened, like I said, both the past 2 seasons. So I'm not sure what they're going to do to help that. But like I said, that's something for us to be on the lookout for next season.
Absolutely.
I know that's a long ways away now, but you have to already be thinking about that to be ready to start fading him in certain spots.
Absolutely.
But anyway, yeah, today his numbers the past few games are, not as bad as they had been.
Nope, they've gotten a little bit better. Absolutely.
Yeah, he had been really getting hit. But the thing is, against this Yankees lineup, of course, they really have not seen each other much. But what they have seen of him, they have hit him very well. Yep. So the Yankees, as far as against left-handers, they've been hitting left-handers extremely well also. So you got all that. Yeah, you have a lineup that I think is going to be very tough. They're also going to be able to draw walks. And I know in his last game, he definitely had trouble there. Yeah, he had 4 walks. This, just the matchup for him tonight, I just do not think is good whatsoever. And then you have a bullpen behind him. Like I said, I try to fade the Nationals pin whenever I can. So when you're putting all of that together tonight, you get a total of 4.5 runs, and I think that asking them to get to 5 runs tonight is definitely not too much to actually ask here.
I'm with you 1,000% on that.
If you would want to go the first 5 team like total over, I don't mind that. Just in this spot, the Nationals bullpen, I just really want to have them also. So actually, that's why I'm going the full game here.
I wouldn't like the first 5 team total over because the Yankees could do big damage in one inning. Let's say it's the 6th or the 7th, you're not going to be able to cash that bet. And I think part of the analysis on this game is that if the Yankees can take pitches, work Mackenzie Gore out of the game, they'll tee off on the bullpen too. It's not just Mackenzie Gore. So I'm with you 1,000%, JD. I think the full game Yankees team total is better than the first 5 team total. I have a play. I don't know if anyone's ever heard it before. I've never done anything like this ever in my life.
Sure.
In the last 23.5 hours, I haven't done this. So, JD, I have a parlay today. Let me know if you've ever heard of it before. Have you ever heard of the New York Yankees?
Yep.
I'm taking them to win. And for the second leg, I have another team I really like. But I don't like that I like them. But they keep winning for me. So I think you know where I'm going with this. And we may have just done this fucking yesterday. Again. We're running back the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Chris Bassett on the bump for the Blue Jays against Bailey Obear. If you've watched this show, you know how often I love to fade Bailey Obear. And you know that I like Chris Bassett at home. Blue Jays at home, best team in baseball. Yankees at home, significantly better team than they are on the road. And the Yankees can't beat quality competition. They only beat up on bad teams, unfortunately. That's what the Yankees are doing in 2025. The Nationals are a bad team. The Yankees will win this game. The Blue Jays are much better than the Twins and at home and have the pitching advantage. That's my parlay. Yesterday, this parlay, we got it at plus 140. Today, plus 145. A little bit better odds for us here. So that's exactly what I'm playing. Little parlay, Yankees and Blue Jays yet again. Let's cash another parlay.
As far as Bassett, what has he won? Like 12 out of his last 14 home
That's
starts?
Exactly it. That's like exactly what it is. Yep, 12 out of his last 14 home starts, the Blue Jays have won. We all know what they are at the Rogers Center. Even though somebody commented yesterday that they were 22. Hey, there you go, Hawkeye. We got you, bro. And good to see you today, Hawkeye. JD, somebody commented on our post yesterday saying the Blue Jays are 22-15 at the Rogers Center. Wasn't accurate. They're now 43-21. They're better than a 2-1 at home. They're unbelievable. And that's exactly what I'm playing. Hawkeye, don't jinx us, brother, but let's cash another no sweater. We did yesterday. It was free money, essentially. Let's do it again today. JD, the next game we're breaking down today is one that you and I called pretty well yesterday. We told you guys that we did not believe the Tigers were a parlay piece, but to reach school ball in the bump, we didn't like the value. And JD, every now and then, look at us. We're right. We were yesterday. In this game, we got the Tigers, we got the Athletics pitching for your Detroit Tigers is old man Chuck, Charlie Morton, 9-10 on the year, 5.09 ERA, and a 1.47 WHIP. On the other side, Osvaldo Bido, 2-4, 5.37 ERA on the season. Osvaldo Bido has been dog shit at home. 0-3, 5.29 ERA. So, interesting one we have here today, JD. There's one thing that sticks out to me about this game, and that's the total. This one opened at a 10.5, very juiced on the over. It has moved now, let me get the current line, to an 11 flat at minus 105 on the over. That sticks out like a sore thumb to me in this game. What do you like in this one? And I'll go over what I like in this one after you.
Well, yeah, as far as starting off with the A's here, just like you said, as far as Osvaldo Bido, he has not been good at like home, which a lot of the A's starters, they have not been.
Nobody's been good pitching in. Well, I keep wanting to say fucking Oakland, Sacramento. Nobody's been good in Sacramento.
Like I'm still gonna say Oakland until they actually like.
I'm calling them Oakland the next 30 years. I don't give a shit.
But anyway, as far as his numbers on the year, you can just look and see it's not good. It has a 5.37 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP. So that's a WHIP that I like to bet against in certain ways. Then on the other side for the Tigers, we got Charlie Morton. Everybody knows my thoughts as far as Charlie Morton goes. He's somebody that he's not a pure fade, like because you just can't fade him every game.
Correct.
He does have good starts, but if you can pick out certain games to fade him, and well, this is one of those games. This is a game where the A's, the bats, they have been scoring runs tonight. I think they will be able to score off of Charlie Morton. I think they will be able to score uh, off of the Tigers bullpen. And then the Tigers, I mean, like their lineup has also been doing pretty well, and I think they can get plenty of runs also. Uh, Guess what, guys? The weather here tonight is perfect. Whereas actually most parks today, the weather has really cooled off.
Yep.
It is a much cooler day. Well, at first pitch, it looks like it's going to be 89 there with the wind blowing straight out to center field at 10 to 15 miles per hour in this minor league ballpark. So that's why your total is as high as it is, but I do not think it is high enough. I bet the over 11 at minus 102. You can give me that. I think that's fine to bet up to minus 115.
JD, we're aligned a lot today, brother, because I think the over is the only thing you can play on this game. I'm not sure if it's going to make my VIP card yet. Being fully transparent, I have not sent my plays out to my clients quite yet. However, this one will probably be on it with the over 11. It does scare me with it being so high, but there's a reason that this total is so high, guys. Look at these two pitchers. All you have to do is look at their raw stats. You don't even need to dive deep. These guys have gotten shelled all year long. I get it. Charlie Morton has been better as of late. He's been much better since he's gotten to the Tigers, revitalized on a playoff contender, on one of the better teams in the AL. I get it. Anyone would usually be better when you go to that situation from where he came from in Baltimore. But the Athletics lineup is hot. They've been raking. They have one of the better lineups in baseball that people don't talk about. We know that the Athletics are never a really good team, right? They're never really a competitor to make the playoffs. Let's just be honest here. But their offense is becoming something. They got some guys and dudes and dogs in that lineup that really know how to hit. So they're a team I like to take on their offensive stats. Not a team I usually like to back on the money line a lot because they still give up so many runs. But in this game, I think we see a minimum of 12, probably closer to 15. So JD, I'm with you. Let's see runs here and let's cash and over. All right, JD. Well, that was all of our pre-scheduled games, but our wonderful chat has given us a few extra ones to dive in. So the first one that I have pulled up, and by the way, I apologize. I don't know who requested these games, but every time I saw one, I did try and pull it for you guys and put it up on my screen early, so we didn't do that whole alpha searching the chat thing to find games. We don't got to do that today. First game we're going to break down from the chat is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies going to New York, taking on the Mets. Pitching for the Phillies is Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo is 12-6 on the year with a 4.1 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. On the other side for the Mets, a guy that they need to be a big-time pitcher, and he just hasn't done it. Sean Manaea. Mr. Manaea is 1-2 on the year with a 5.15 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP. Manaea is a little bit better at home. He's got a 5.03 ERA. Basically the same as his yearly numbers, to be completely honest with you. Let's take a look at Jesus, how he's done on the road. Jesus actually, his ERA is significantly better on the road.
Yeah.
He's 6-4 on the year on the road. He's got a 4.1 ERA on the year, but he only has a 3.3 on the road. So Jesus has been an absolute dog on the road. JD, all that being said, what do you like in this game? We talk about the Phillies teeing off on right-handers all the time. We have a game here that's going on between two left-handed pitchers. How does that impact what you're going to bet here? Because to be honest with you, the Mets have the better righties than the Phillies. But who's the better pitcher here? Kind of Jesus on the road. So I'll kick it over to you, JD. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, man. As far as pricing here, I have everything priced like dead on. As far as the side, I have it priced almost exactly right. And as far as the total, I also think it's like pretty much spot on here. At the end of the day, besides my numbers not showing value, both of these pitchers I just currently don't trust. Especially in this matchup here. This is one of the few games today where I just want nothing to do with whatsoever. To me, this was a very easy pass.
The Mets are going to be on my VIP card, guys. I kind of alluded to it when I entered this game. I do think they'll be able to get after Luzardo. I do think Manaea should pitch well at home. And the Mets at home are still a good team. We know they've been through this crazy struggle, right? They really haven't been able to string together a bunch of wins. They were on a really long losing streak as well. They're still 42-24 at home. They're still top 3 in baseball at home. And the Phillies are a really bad road team. They're 34-33 compared to they're 76-55 on the year. They're 21 games above 500, but 20 of those games are at home and only one game above 500 on the road. So they perform significantly better at home as well. So all in all, in this spot, I am going to be taking the Mets. I think their right-handed bat should be able to do a little damage tonight. I think Vientos could have a game. We could see Pete Alonso have a game. There's a ton of guys in the Mets lineup I think that could have a decent game, and let's see that happen. So give me the Mets on the money line. definitely going to be a VIP play for me. JD, we've had a few other games in here. I may have missed a couple. We'll check on that in a minute. But the next one we're going to break down is going to be the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. Pitching for the Cubs is Matthew Boyd. Boyd is 12-6 with a 2.6 ERA. Pitching for the Giants is Old Man Verlander. And let me tell you something. Why did you come back? Why? You're 1-10. You're tarnishing your legacy right now. If he stops after this year, he's not tarnishing it completely. But
besides that, you just have to question it, because he's not just the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are bad too, but he also has a really hot wife at actually home, man. Like,
yep.
Why are you choosing to leave that and be on the road and do all this shit for just? Yeah, as far as your numbers and everything, you're just destroying what you worked so hard for. Like, what are you doing, man?
100%. Unfortunately, you're absolutely right. I mean, the guy's turning 43 years old. He has 99 strikeouts on the year, 4.64 ERA, 1.5 whip. He's a shell of his former self. There's no other way to put it. And it's sad to see guys continue on like this when they've had such a legendary career. As a Yankee fan, do I like him? Fuck no. Do I like seeing him do bad? Hell yeah. But is it still sad? Absolutely. Hopefully this is his last year. But, JD, all that being said, you taking the Cubbies at the minus 145 or what? Because there's no way you could take the Giants in this spot, right?
Man.
Joe, they're minus 135 now. They're down to minus 135.
That is why I'm not taking this game. This game is just like a couple of those games we talked about yesterday. This price I don't understand. Why are the Cubs priced so low here? This game just has, as far as the feeling about it, is just a weird one. My gut told me just to stay off of it. So that's what I'm doing here. But no, this could, everything you look at points you to the Cubs.
Yep.
So I just, the price here, I have it obviously priced way over this. It's one of those I'm so far off, and I can't make sense of it. So I'm just going to stay off of it.
I don't blame you. I'm in the same boat. JD, we have weird line movement. This one opened as a minus 145 for the Cubs. That means sharp money and big money is coming in on the other side. And I just don't get it. Maybe I do get it, because I come on the show all the time and tell you you only fade the Giants when they're a big favorite, right? I tell you guys that all the time on the show. They're a dog today. These are the spots they can get some upsets. Matthew Boyd, good pitcher, has had a good year. But the Cubs have been kind of bad since the All-Star break. Kyle Tucker, we know he's got a fractured bone somewhere in his body. I think it's in his wrist that they're saying is the reason he's been bad for the last 2-3 months. I mean, whatever. This Cubs team has really struggled. They've really struggled, and they're not a team that I want to back until I see them have some consistent wins right now. There's always spots you're going to take them, but there's a fishy line, Thomas. Great point there. Couldn't have said it better myself. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And this one feels like a duck. So I'm not going to be taking the Cubs here. I think it's going to be a hard pass. I'm also not going to be taking the Giants with Verlander. You see his record. Something doesn't add up in this one. I think, JD, we're aligned with that here.
Yeah.
All right, brother. We have one more game people have requested before we get into a little college football on a Tuesday. College football on a fucking Tuesday. I love that. But, JD, last game we're breaking down in the MLB is going to be those Arizona D-backs taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Pitching for the D-backs is going to be Brandon Pfaadt. Mr. Pfaadt is 12-8 with a 4.95 ERA. Pitching for the Brewers is Jacob Misiorowski, 4-2 with a 4.19 ERA. This dude was looking good his first couple starts. Dude made the All-Star game off 3 starts or something. He's come a little bit down to earth. He's got a 4.2 ERA, a 1.1 whip. He's only pitched in 38 innings, but he hasn't looked as lights out as he did when he first came up. Let's just be honest here. JD, Brewers team, man. Brewers team got a big win last night. Are they going to keep it up and get back on a winning streak? What do you got?
Yeah, man, as far as the number here, this is one of those games where I show value on them. So it would definitely Brewers or pass. But for me, as far as the Miz here, he had that rehab start. That was technically, I guess, 2 starts ago now. But like I said, it was actually when they didn't send him down to do the rehab start. They just let him
did it. The game they were down 8-0 and fucking won.
Yeah.
Came back and won.
Yeah. So that it was just during when they were just on that streak, and they were like, we can beat anybody with anybody on the mound, like we don't care. There's like what it felt like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that start was obviously very bad. But then his last start, he still had trouble with the walks, and that's what the issue is. So I'm not going to back him. I'm just not going to back him until I see him get those walks down.
I'm
Because
with you 1,000%.
because at that point he also cannot give you length, because his pitch count goes up so fast.
Yep.
So that's what I'm afraid of here again, is he does not go far. He probably, like, I really don't think he's going to get hit up, but with all the walks and everything, like I said, I just don't think he stays in there far or long. And then when you have all those men on base, you throw that one bad pitch and you can give up 3 runs just like that. So,
yep, absolutely. I agree with you, JD. I'm 1,000% in the same boat you are. Any action? Nothing,
man.
I agree with Dylan. What's up, Dylan? We haven't seen you today. Appreciate you tuning in as always. This is an over spot. This is absolutely an over spot. Over 8 at -115. It will be a VIP play for me. I absolutely love the over here. Mizorowski, not the same guy he was early in the year. He will give up some runs. The Brewers, they put up runs. Best small ball team in baseball. They manufacture runs. They bunt. They move guys over, and they get guys in. We need this game to hit 8. And then we're going to cash. Last night, JD, I forgot to talk about this one. We gave out the over in that Seattle Mariners game, which hit in like 10 minutes after it started. It was homer after homer after homer. I think we're going to see a lot of runs here too. And like that one, we just need to see it hit 4-4, and we'll be very happy where this one goes. So give me the over 8. I think definitely going to be a VIP play for me. JD, great work with the MLB today. We flew through that, covered a ton of games.
We did.
But the new thing we're doing here is we're going to try and cover a football game every single day for you guys and get some plays out early so you can beat some line movement. JD, the game we selected for today's show is going to be the East Carolina. What's their team again? Pirates? They're the Pirates. These Carolina Pirates taking on the NC State Wolfpack.
Hang on. You have to do the thing.
Oh, shit, dude.
You have to do the thing.
I got to do the thing.
Got to do the
There's
thing.
the thing. We're now in NCAA, and the lights and the field have come with us to the football hour. JD, we got ECU. We got NC State. This one opened at a much smaller line. This one has ballooned all the way up to 14. I'm trying to get the opening line here. I believe it was 7.5. It's double, JD. Can you confirm if you have that opening number? It was low. It's gone up a ton.
I knew it. I know it's gone up. I didn't realize it had gone up that much, but yeah, it is definitely moved up there.
It has moved a lot. JD, you're our local Carolina expert. You know both these teams very well. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man, definitely. These are two teams that the last game of the year was an actual bowl game, and they played against each other there. It actually was like a bowl game. There was a few guys that actually didn't play. But actually overall, like it was a good game though. Like they were still two teams that actually tried.
Absolutely.
Because these like two teams are actually very close, like they're always going to play hard. And actually ECU did actually win that game. ECU on the ground ate them up. They rushed, I forgot exactly what the number was. It was 300 and something yards actually, just on the ground though. It's actually the NC State team just could not stop them.
But there's some news about that though. They ain't got the backs anymore.
Correct.
They're all gone.
That is correct. But they do have 3 other backs that I think are going to be pretty damn good. And they're running behind a very good, actually, offensive line also. But I'm going to get into that here in just a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, so these teams played that bowl game, and now, getting back together here for the first game of the season. I've heard a lot from actually NC State, a lot of the NC State guys, a lot of NC State fans, as far as even the coaching staff is saying they want to come out there and absolutely whoop ECU. That is what you're hearing everywhere.
Yep.
I don't know if NC State has the defense to necessarily whoop a team like that. So that's why at 14 points here, I think that's starting to kind of creep up and get a little high.
Me too.
But before we get into that, these teams, I mean, just like basically every college team now, there's a lot of change. Like just with the portal and just everything, you're gonna like actually every year you're gonna see a ton of change.
Yep.
And actually, these teams, yes, you have seen a ton of change, but I feel like if this makes any sense whatsoever, I feel like neither team actually changed that much though. The pieces that they brought in and what they want to do, I feel like is still basically the same thing.
Yep.
As far as NC State, back just over the years when I think NC State, I think of actually defense. So this was kind of like the actual like Sam Houston game last week. We think of that team as more of a defensive team.
Yep.
Well, last year the defense was not there for them, and this year I think is actually going to be the same way. The defense is actually going to be their actually weakest point. Now, as far as the ECU offense, I think that they're going to be good this year. They're going to be able to put up points. They're going to be able to run the ball, and then they're going to be able to actually throw the ball. And I think you're going to see they love to throw the ball downfield. They actually love to keep those humongous plays. And actually, with such a good run game that I think they're still going to have, that is, of course, going to always open up those pass plays. Absolutely. And actually, this is an NC State defense that I think, that they're going to give up some actual like points here. Now, as far as NC State, as far as them on offense, I really like what they have going here. I do think this year they are going to put up a lot of points. I think this offense is going to be very good. I think this is going to be a pass-heavy team, and I think that they're going to work out well. As far as their wide receivers, I believe they're returning 3 of their top 4 guys.
Yes.
There's, of course, a big deal. So yeah, there's what I'm seeing here. So as far as the pass, I really think, especially in this game, they're actually definitely going to focus on that. So it's kind of as you've heard me saying, as far as the offenses here, I really like them. They're both going to be. I mean, tempo is not going to be anything too crazy, but they are going to be on the faster side. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's nothing like crazy fast. But then these defenses, like I said, as you can tell, I don't really like them either. Both of these defenses, they're in years here where they're just in actually like a rebuild mode.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what you got. So as far as the offenses, they're both going to be good, and that's what you're going to do. And actually, that's how both teams are actually going to win games. The season is they are just going to. I mean, obviously, everybody tries to outscore their opponent, but.
That is how you win a football game.
Right. But actually, you know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, guys, this one, I think we see a shootout here. I know as far as in the bowl game, I think that game finished like 26-21. It was a lower scoring game. So I think a lot of people are going to look at that and maybe not think this is going to be a higher scoring game. I think 61.5. I think I mean, like that's already a higher total. That's already telling you, okay, the books think, there's going to be points here. But I think that's too low still. I think this is just like the Sam Houston game last week where it just flies over this. So, yeah, I think I definitely think that we're seeing some value there. As far as the side, I wanted to take ECU really bad. I think I have one of their hats around here somewhere. Yes, definitely wanted to take the ECU Pirates here, but I just can't. As far as this actually state, as far as their offense goes against this ECU defense, it kind of scares me, and I think they may be able to put up the actual bulk of the points here. I will tell you, though, I am going to have a flyer on their actual money line, though, because it's one of those games where it's one of those where you see they either do get blown out and they like lose by 21 or they somehow win. So the money line, I think, is around like plus 450 or something like that.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have a small play there. I mean, very small. This is just for like fun type of bet. So yeah, going to be on that, but I do have a big play on the over 61.5.
Let's see a ton of points here. I'm actually on ECU with the points, the plus 14. I think they will keep this one closer than what that is. I think that the betting early on this game has moved the spread all the way up to 14. I don't think that. I know that. We've seen that already. But it's just moved too much at this point. I think this game will end somewhere in the 9 to 12 point range. And at 14, we're pretty comfortable. Now, we could see NC State absolutely go off early, but I do see ECU being able to get back a little bit, being able to get some points on the board and keep this one relatively close. So for me, I'm absolutely taking ECU with the points here, the plus 14. And I think they keep this one close. A lot of people aren't very high on ECU this year. I'm not exactly high on either of these teams, but with the rivalry matchup, hated matchup, guys genuinely don't like each other. Some of the guys with less talent are still going to perform because this is a rivalry game in college. You see that all the time. These teams hate each other. ECU and NC State hate each other. It's a rivalry game, and they're both going to get up for it. I think this one stays close. ECU could even win this one. So give me the plus 14. Definitely going to be play. My clients will be on Thursday. JD.
Yeah, this is one of those games where if I would love to see one of these teams like jump out quick, because that, as far as the over, I think would just help it so much more, because the other team is just going to sling it at actually that point. So yeah, like I would actually love to see a team actually like jump out to a early big lead here.
Absolutely, I am with you, JD. All right, brother. Let's get into it for the breakdowns today. It's about 12:45. We've done pretty good on time today. But JD, you have a couple things to tell the people, a couple announcements to let the people know. You're the one who has to do them, brother. Let them know.
I feel like we have a lot of things to say here.
And you got to do some tennis.
And I have to do some tennis.
Yep.
Okay, let's do tennis first. Let's just go ahead and give out a few tennis plays. The Royer and Boo match, that should be starting up fairly soon. Let me pull up the plays again. I'm on the over 38 and a half games there. And then Bautista Agut. He's going to be playing later on this afternoon. I do like him. I did play his actual money line. I bet that at minus 138. It may have gone up a little bit. As long as it's under the minus 155 mark, I'm actually still fine there. So yeah, as far as tennis, let's just roll with those two there.
There we go. All right, I just tweeted it out. Some major show announcements, JD. Let the people know.
Okay, I'm gonna share those also very quickly here. First off, somebody who y'all love, everybody loves, our guy Hefe. He will be back with us full time starting next week, and you may even see him jump on a few shows this week.
Yep.
So be ready for actually that. So yes, he is back with us full time. Then also, as far as J-Bo, yeah, I actually knew that.
We knew you'd be fucking pumped, J-Bo. We, out of anyone here, the one person I'd pick that would be going nuts would be you. We're happy to have FFA back.
For sponsorships, we do have 2 new deals, and you'll be seeing them roll out here over the next week. So we're very pumped to have those and actually ready to share those with y'all. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun. So I hadn't planned on telling this, but screw it. I might as well go ahead.
I have no idea where you're going with.
You actually do have no idea where I'm going here. Football season, the NFL, Monday Night Football. Going to be starting doing a Monday night live stream every Monday night. It's going to be myself, and it is going to be our guy Joe. As far as actually most of the people know Joe, and if you don't, you're going to love him, and you're going to get to know him.
There he is. There he is in chat.
There he is in the chat. What we're going to do is it's just going to be a show. You can come and like hang out with us. We're just going to be talking about the game. We're going to be doing live bets. We're also going to have other guys stopping in during the show. No, they're not going to necessarily be on for the whole show, but we'll have Alpha and then like some other guys just like actually stop in. And yeah, guys, we're just going to be talking and just kind of hanging out. So yeah, there's also going to be a lot of fun. So besides that, guys, shows are about to be packed. That's That is the only thing. So from now on, whenever you're in here, if you have any games you want us to go over, definitely drop them as early as you possibly can, because we're just simply not going to be able to hit every single thing.
Yeah, let's be honest, JD. We're adding Hefe back to the mix. He talks a lot. He talks a lot, so that's going to take up a lot of time. We are going to have multiple new segments of the show. That's what happens when you get sponsorships. So there's going to be a lot more that we're going to be doing every single day, giving you guys even better content. Maybe a little DFS, maybe some lineups, maybe a lot of things you guys are interested in that we don't always have the time for. We're going to have the time for. But if people are putting in 15 baseball games and we already have 5 college football games and the extra people here and the extra segments here, we don't want this show to be a 3-hour show to where you guys tune out after an hour and a half. We want to give you as much information as possible in the allotted time and get you guys the picks you want, the types of picks you want, and cover all the big games. So we're going to try our best, guys, to cover everything and get to all the big games. If you guys put a game into chat that me and JD have a play on, we'll put it right up there. Mason Moody, we're excited about that too, a little DFS action. JD and I do pretty well with the DFS, so we're very excited, guys. There's a lot of exciting times upcoming for the show, and a lot of new segments, new people, more guests, rotating guests, other shows. A lot's happening with MBM right now. Stick with us. You guys are really going to like what we're planning for the future.
Yes, sir.
Did we cover that well, JD? Did we get it all?
I'm just trying to remember if there was something else.
Right. You're right. We're excited to share the sponsorships with you guys. We have some really great companies that do a lot of great things that we're excited to bring on here and provide you guys some offers on new things you guys may be interested in. But with all that being said,
I was about to, just really quick. What I really like about them is as far as sponsorships, just to kind of peel back the curtain here a little bit because we've been doing a lot of that lately. As far as sponsorships, we talk to a bunch of different people, and we only want to work with people that we like, and as far as their product, we actually like it and we actually use it.
Something we back, something we would personally back.
Yes. So the ones that we have chosen to work with here that you're going to be seeing over the next week, I definitely really like those. And what I like about them is they're not they're things that I'm sure not everybody has necessarily used.
Yes.
So being able to share things that I think are better than some of your, necessarily, I guess, called, bigger names. As far as the product, it is an actual an actual better one. I am definitely excited.
We are excited for that. Well, JD, we gave him a ton of information. We'll repeat this as we go. What's up, Casper? We appreciate you, buddy. Our favorite viewer from the Faroe Islands, baby. We appreciate everyone tuning in from everywhere. Casper, you may be the person who watches from the furthest away from me and JD, so we appreciate you tuning in, brother. All right, JD.
Where are the Faroe Islands?
You're going to fucking ask me a geography question, brother? It's an island out in the Faroes, brother. All right. We're getting into a little best bets. Oh, by the way, do not Google the Faroe Islands. I'll tell you guys that in advance. They have an event that they do once a year there. You Google it, you'll see what I mean. Casper, don't do that this year, please. Please don't harpoon all the whales like you guys always do. All right, JD. We're going into best bets for today, Tuesday, August 26th. Let me guess, you got half a best bet for the people today. Gerald's going to yell at me for giving out too many. I don't give a shit. I do it anyway. What do you got?
Well, as far as tennis bets, I already gave out a couple of those. But for best bets today, let's go to that A's and the Tigers game. That was a game that actually we went over. You know why? That I like the over 11 runs here. Then one more play. I haven't been able to do this in a long time. And it gives me great joy to be able to do this. And Alpha, I know you're going to love it.
I'm confused.
You are confused, but
oh no!
Give me those Braves on the first 5.
Okay, the helmet is back. JD, do you know how badly I want to throw a
Helmet's
baseball
on.
in your head when you do that? Don't ask me why. Every time you put it on, I'm like, fuck, I'd love to throw a baseball in his head. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why.
Love it.
Let's go. That's it for the best bets. We're done.
That's it. 2.
So then we need me. Yankees Blue Jays money line parlay plus 145. I know. I said that yesterday. But what happened if you listened to it? Your pockets are a little heavier today, right? Let's do that again. Next best bet we're going to be diving into the New York Mets on the money line, minus 108. They're going to take it to the Phillies today. Very confident in that. Third and final best bet of the day. Trying to scroll through and see if I want to give out anything more than this one. If there's any other games we didn't talk about that I have plays on that I want to give out more than this one. Not that I don't like this bet, but just taking a quick little look. And no, there isn't. We're taking the under in the Braves Marlins, under 8. Waldrop needs to do what he does. Sandy, keep your head out of your ass and keep pitching well like you've been doing since the All-Star break. JD, we broke a lot of new announcements for the show. We gave out plays in multiple sports. You have an MLB batting helmet on your head right now.
I do.
It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Do you have anything else for the people before we get the fuck out of there?
You know what, guys? After the show's over, in the comment section, comment what college football games you want to see us break down. Because obviously there is a ton of college football games, and we obviously cannot break them down. We want the Rutgers game, yeah.
Not that one, but I heard there's a game this weekend between this team called Ohio State. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
And then there's this Texas team that's supposedly like kind of good as well. So that one you guys don't need to put in. I promise you that is the marquee game of the week that we will have. Question from our boy Gerald. JD.
As far as the money line, the first 5 on the money line.
Yeah, so Braves first 5 money line. If you take out the or, it works perfectly, Gerald. Okay, J-Bo, you're getting crazy. Keep putting them in now. When the show goes over, me and JD will review everything.
I was about to say, yeah, guys, if you can wait till right after the show's over so the comments actually stay there so we can see them. Yeah, if you can just drop games in there and we will start using those to actually kind of help us pick games. So appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, JD. Well, you do what you got to do. I'm at the beach. I'm about to go hit maybe a little surf action. Maybe have a little lunchy poo before. So get me out of here, brother.
That sounds great, man. Well, yeah, fun show, awesome show. Excited to be back tomorrow with our guy Hefe, and yeah, let's have ourselves a Tuesday. Let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, JD. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, plus a Hefe. It's gonna be a good day. Don't miss it, JD. Yet again, I just like yelling JD, but let's fucking win. I'll see you tomorrow, bro.